Hey everyone, it's NOP, and this is my 2026 plush collection. And make sure to stick till the end to find out the grand total of how many plushies I have. Alright then, let's dive in, starting with Animal Crossing. First off, we have the faces of the channel, I should say, Timmy and Tommy. Now, I got these guys 1 week before I uploaded my first ever plush video. Now, one thing you might actually notice is Tommy's eyes look a little different than Timmy's. That's actually because the original plush has his eyes closed, both of them. Yeah, I didn't want to have his eyes closed every single video for the whole entire time. I think that'd be a little weird, so I decided I was gonna cut some felt and slap on his eyes with some tape. Now I can have him with his eyes open, and at the same time, I can just take them off when I want him to have his eyes closed. So it works both ways. It's really useful, and yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with these two plushies. They're awesome. They're the star of the channel, they're the face of the channel, and they will always be the face of the channel. Then we have Tom Nook. This one is actually New Leaf, not New Horizons. Very nice plush, cool Tanuki tail, and that's basically it. Then we have our first handmade or custom plush of the day, Sable. Now, this one is one of my favorite handmade plushies. She turned out really well. Then to finish off the Nook family, we have Tammy, baby Tammy. This one is basically almost the same as Sable, just mini, I guess. She was a bit difficult to come up with the design because, yeah, I mean, she is an original character, so we just decided to like mix a couple designs. Like her tail is more like a Tanuki's tail. She has the little ears, but everything else is just like Sable. And yeah, she also turned out really great, and for being like a really small plush, everything turned out really nice. Isabel. Next up we have KK Slider. Then we have this KK Slider plush. I'm pretty sure it's a bootleg because he was hot glued to the chair, as you can see. I just slapped on a random shirt because, I don't know, maybe he could be a cool original character. Maybe he'll appear in a future video or something. Next up is Cap'n, and I put him here because, you know, the new Animal Crossing update. Definitely, I have a future planned video with him and Gulliver. This guy is awesome. He's got a huge beak. Kind of heavy, so he can't really sit down, but you know what, most of them can't either, so that's okay. But yeah, these two are gonna make their debut very soon. Next we have Brewster. Kicks. This guy is also really cool, I have to admit. Really nice plush. Here's Red. So I actually had this Zootopia plush from a really long time ago, and I decided, same thing as Tommy, why don't I just slap some felt on his face and give him the iconic red eyes. And I mean, I haven't really changed the tape, so it's kind of falling off. Here's Nico, and yes, he's not wearing his normal outfit as he does in Happy Home Paradise, because right now, a few weeks ago, I was filming the FNAF video, which it will come out soon, I promise, very soon. I'm almost done with it probably. Yeah, I 3D printed this badge. It's a Fazbear security badge. Hands are interesting, they're just a flat piece of felt, but very cool, honestly. For, I think, the first couple years of making plushies, it was very, very cool. FNAF video will be done very soon. After that, we have the museum curator, Blathers. He's a great plush. And Celeste, Blathers' sister, and she has a big bow tie on the back. Very cool. And yeah. CJ. He actually has a lot of details. For example, he has this little pack here in the back. He has his vest, his hoodie, very cool sunglasses. I like the gradients on it. And then you can also see he has a design on his hats, which is also cool. I'm glad that they put a lot of detail into this plush. Flick. His shirt has a cool design on it. He has a leather vest, it's not actually leather. And then he also has some like earrings in the back. Very cool. Honestly, I think the recent plushies have had a lot of detail put into them. Then we have Cyrus and Reese, who go very great together. Then we have this huge fake Raymond plush. I mean, his head is huge, but you know what? He's not, for being fake, he's not a terrible plush. It looks nice, but I will say, that recently I was able to get the official Raymond plush, and oh man, this is major improvement. He actually has little embroidered paws. That's quite cute. Yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Next up we have Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously we do have to start off with Sonic. This is the Jack specific modern Sonic plush, if you were wondering, and yeah, you know, he does have the flat head, unlike most Sonic plushies. Yeah, I guess it's a little weird, but you know what, I don't mind. It's still a good plushie, and yeah. Next up we have this interesting Sonic plush, to say the least. You know, he's got a zipper, he's got this keychain. Yeah, honestly very different from the other one, but not bad. Here's Tails the Fox. This is the Jack specific classic Tails. I think there's a modern one too, so. Knuckles the Echidna is also a pretty interesting one, also Jack specific. I mean, most of these are, but I don't think there's a modern one. Honestly, that's what surprises me the most, which is there isn't a modern Knuckles plush, which, you know, it's exactly the same, just with purple eyes, but still, you know what? This one is probably one of my favorites. Mighty the Armadillo. I think I got him back in 2022. And that's immediately when I released the Mighty video, or the training video, I think it's called. Knuckles the Mentor, yeah, okay. Knuckles where he's a mentor, so yeah, Knuckles the Mentor. Good video, I should probably watch it again. Shadow the Hedgehog. Now this guy's been gone for a while on the channel, and all I can say is that I'm working on something very special to bring him back. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so stay tuned. Now we have Amy, and honestly I have a pretty long story with Amy. So back in 2021, once I got Tails and Sonic, I was actually looking for Knuckles and Amy. And you know, obviously I found Knuckles around a couple months later, but for years I was looking for this plush. Like honestly, I could not find her, but only in like 2024 or something, I was able to find her, and honestly, I'm really happy because this is a good plush, and I think she'll definitely complete the squad. Here's Cream the Rabbit, another cool custom plush. I'm really happy with how she turned out. Nothing else I can say except she's the Chow. Honestly, he's the GOAT, the legend. And finally, we have Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik. I also added some glare to his glasses. Definitely a necessary character. You know, he's obviously Sonic's main antagonist. Alright, moving on to another splat-tastic video game franchise is Splatoon. Here we have Callie and Marie. By the way, there will be a new video coming very soon where Callie and Marie go to Japan. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. Coming out very soon, hopefully. Here is a little Salmonoid, also a little buddy from Splatoon 3 Inklings, but like squid form. Here's a green Inkling, also known as Maki on the channel, and actually I cut his weapon off when I first bought him, just because I did kind of want him to just, you know, be kind of casual and not hold a gun every single time. Now we have this very cool handmade Octoling plush, also known as Agent 8. There isn't a single official Octoling plush unless you count the squid form. Now probably one of the most difficult plushies I've tried to find recently is Pearl and Marina. Now the reason for this is that these two plushies are only in Japan, but I was able to get them from an online retailer website from Japan, and yeah, they got shipped all the way here, and yeah, honestly they look great, but yeah, they're getting hard to find. And finally we have Big Man. Honestly, this guy's really cool. I'm glad I was able to find him when I went to Japan, and yeah, unfortunately I couldn't find Shiver and Fry, but you know what, maybe one day. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this guy. Now, this is one you've all been waiting for, Super Mario. Here is Mario. So this is the Super Nintendo World plush. Pretty great. It's like a nice blend between video game Mario and movie Mario. After that is this World of Nintendo Jack specific Mario plush, and he's definitely a lot smaller compared to most SNES or even Super Nintendo World plushies, so I decided to switch him out. Next one is Luigi. So this one is also Super Nintendo World. Another good one. I don't know, I feel like most plushies don't have that Jack-specific Luigi. I think the Super Nintendo World ones are a lot better. Here is Princess Peach, and same thing, Super Nintendo World. Here is a cursed Princess Peach plush. Definitely different from the Super Nintendo World ones. Yeah. Daisy, and yes, this one is the SNES plush. I think compared to the Super Nintendo World ones, I prefer this one. And this one's also pretty great. Okay, this is the last of the cursed princess plushies, but yeah, this is another one. I don't know what happened to her eyes. This is Princess Rosalina. This one, I think, came out like a year or two ago. This is definitely great for the Mario Galaxy movie coming out, and maybe I'll make a video out of it. We got cursed Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. Yeah, they're definitely cursed. Here is a Blue Toad plush. This is also SNES. Pretty great plush, honestly. Now, you might notice that I actually only have this Blue Toad plush from SNES. I don't have a red toad or yellow toad, but I have a pretty neat trick by editing that I can actually change his color. So let me just do that right now. So right now it could be blue, but if I do this, it's red. That's pretty awesome, right? Okay, what about green, purple, orange? Okay, there we go. Now anyways, that's a pretty cool trick, so I don't have to spend $40 more for a bunch of these. Super Nintendo World Chef Toad plush. I like the outfit. Compared to the other Toad, I mean, his head's a little different. They're a different brand, obviously, but I think they still work well. And finally, for the Toads, we have this purple Toad and this dark red Toad. Here is Yoshi, and same thing again, I can actually change the colors too. So one thing I noticed is for some reason the Super Nintendo World one is really similar. I don't know, I just noticed that. Anyways, that's probably just me. Here we have a mushroom plush. Here is a Baby Rosalina plush and Baby Daisy. Nothing much to say about the baby characters. Now getting into the Mario villains, we have Bowser. Oh, Bowser. Pretty great plush, very menacing, very cool shell. And we have the bootleg fake Bowser Jr. I got this guy in 2020 or something, in like, I don't know, like May or something. And it turns out that he never came, and I returned him, and then he showed up in like October of 2020. So I basically got this guy for free. And then we have the real Super Nintendo World Bowser Jr. I got this guy recently. He's a lot angrier and the shell looks cooler. This is a great plush. I definitely recommend it. Then we have one of the 8 Koopalings. Lemmy. Here's Kamek, very wizardy. Boom Boom. This is a great plush, honestly. I actually put on a necklace that says Beej the Octopus on my channel. I actually don't own that plush. Then we have Waluigi. This guy is pretty awesome. Here's Wario. He's just Wario, you know? Now I completely forgot to mention that I made these power moons from Super Mario Odyssey. We got a green one, a light blue one, and a yellow one. Goomba, classic Mario enemy. And yeah, I don't really have anything to say about him other than that. Here we have a spiny shell. Then we have a Koopa Paratroopa. This guy is cool because you can actually hang him up. I'm just gonna put him up here. Perfect, now he's there. Here we have a normal Koopa Troopa. I was actually going to add some like roller skates because he was gonna be a Rolla Koopa. Now we have a Dry Bones plush. I actually made a review about him on my second channel, NOP Extras, if you want to check that out. But he's also wearing a cape, and I mean, I can't really say why he's wearing a cape. He will appear on maybe something, you know, some kind of like movie. And next up, I would call this like a subcategory, Donkey Kong. Here's Donkey Kong. He is a great plush. Bonanza was a great game, and I can't really say anything else about him because guess what? I made a review about him. Here is Diddy Kong. He's got his Nintendo hat. lastly, we have Cranky Kong. Now, I actually made this guy. Basically, I used to have this little like monkey plush, but eventually I realized instead of giving this guy away, why don't I sew his mouth, his eyes, and then his facial hair, and then, I mean, he basically looks like Cranky Kong. And then I also cut out a piece of wood so that he has his cane, I guess, and yeah, honestly, he turned out awesome. My favorites have to be between Chef Toad, Rosalina, and Cranky Kong. Now we have The Legend of Zelda. Here is Link. This is the Cine All-Star Breath of the Wild Link, actually, but this time I upgraded him with a couple new accessories like this and his legendary Master Sword. And he's gonna have a lot of action scenes with this. He's gonna be very awesome, hopefully. Don't worry, the Rise of Ganondorf is still happening. It's taking a lot of time, but it'll be worth it. Princess Zelda, and she actually has two of the same arms. I don't know, I don't even know how this could happen, but they just put both of the same arms. Anyways, other than that, it's a good plush. Ganondorf. Yeah, you can't actually see this plush right now because of spoilers. So you guys are probably gonna have to wait until a trailer comes out. But you can never forget about the most important Zelda plush ever, the Korok. There hasn't really been any official Zelda plushies made recently, and there's not even a lot to begin with. These ones are great, but I do have to say that the Ganondorf plush is really cool. I'm honestly very proud with how he turned out. So I accidentally turned off my microphone. I'll turn it on in a bit. Kirby. Kirby? A blue Kirby, King DDD, and Meta Knights. Next is Pokemon. First off, we have Pikachu, and you know, he's a classic character. Can't really say much about him, but he is nice, yeah. And Squirtle, who is probably my favorite out of the two. Next up is Pikmin. Starting off, we have the red Pikmin. This guy's actually pretty cool because he's also a keychain. Then we have the blue Pikmin, same thing, keychain. Yellow Pikmin, they're all keychains basically. And lastly, the rock Pikmin, probably my favorite, honestly. Next up is Five Nights at Freddy's. First off, we have Freddy Fazbear himself. I gave all of them some eyelids just so that they look a little more realistic and similar to the movie versions of them, just because, you know, that's what I'm basing it off of. They also have moving eyebrows, so I can make him look pretty angry. Next up is Bonnie, and when I was making him, I sewed on the eyebrows. I looked at a photo and I realized he doesn't have any eyebrows. So I kind of had to cut them off. Next is Chica. I also gave her the same eyelids, same eyebrows here. Honestly, she turned out great, but we can't have Chica without Cupcake, who I actually made a couple days before I started filming his scenes in the FNAF video. When I realized that he was part of the script, he didn't turn out bad, so. Last but not least, we have Foxy. He's also got the hook and his eye patch. Glad with how all of them turned out. And finally, we have what I'm gonna call the Miscellaneous category. This is for the non-video game characters that have made an appearance on the channel, so I might as well just bring them in. Here we have this bear in a hood. Hoodie bear, I guess. He made an appearance in the Super Mario Bros. Movie video. Next up we have Goofy. He also appeared in the Mario movie video and in the Sonic movie 2 video, so that's twice. But I'm pretty sure that is everyone. Hold up, I forgot to put in the Among Us guy. I don't know what category he goes in. Wow, that's a lot of plushies. But now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. The grand total of how many plushies I own is 102. Well, I never could have guessed that myself, but did you? Anyways, that was my 2026 plush collection. Which one was your favorite? And should I make another one of these? Because, well, it took a lot of work. So how about this? If we hit 50 likes on this video, I'll make another one next year. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.